Hi everyone, welcome to Amaranth. These are general messages for the collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placement. Let's get into it. So the first card you have, Aries, is number 12, and it says creative power. Further on, it says release your alchemical energy into the world. The number 1, 2, and 3 are coming through strong with this energy. Further, it says activation of creative force, the transformation of internal potential into external expression, the alchemy of turning passion into art, and the world-changing power available when you unleash your creative essence authentically. This is not self-expression for validation. It is sacred creative transmission, the channeling of divine creative force through your unique being, and the world-shifting impact available when you stop holding back and start channeling fully. So here, Aries, it's whatever you're doing right now, whatever you're creating, art or systems, processes, maybe you have startups, maybe you're into some kind of a side gig, or even in the mean job, wherever you are, you might be creating something unique, something that transforms the processes, transforms your communities that you serve. Maybe you're, launching something different, which is kind of revolutionary, is the kind of energy that I'm picking up on. I'm further down, it says, like, I get it. I feel that this is, something that you're not doing just for yourself. This is something that is, it's going to be a change bringer, or something that will transform things in your external environment. So I don't know if you're working with the environment, you're working with people, you're mentoring people in some way, or you are a developer. You could be transforming, building systems. Maybe you're in the government agencies, you're transforming something which is not just for your own self. This is gonna benefit the community, though, I don't know, it could have a local impact, a small impact, or a big impact, maybe an impact in the world, who knows. That's gonna be different for each one of you. So I feel that if, maybe that while you're at it, you were like in second minds about it, whether you should create it or not, go for it or not. And I feel that maybe this was because you were afraid that what are people going to say, what is going to happen, is it going to work? I don't know, maybe you invested some money into it, but I feel that this is something unique that you're creating, and this is something that, is going to be valued by the people, maybe your family, maybe your friends, maybe your neighborhood community. It's going to be highly valued, whatever you're putting out into the world, whether it's artwork, whether it's, maybe you're a designer, maybe you have a boutique, maybe you have a salon or something, is some, an enterprise or a business or a passion project that it's going to be valued. And I feel that if you have been holding yourself back due whatever reasons, judgment or lack of funds, whatever, maybe lack of funds even, or maybe you're afraid or something like that, I feel that this is like a green light from the universe, to stop second guessing yourself and to do whatever you are doing. Because whatever you are creating right now is going to become your, I would say, a superpower to you. Aries, it's some kind of, yeah, I feel that this is going to be a big gift to the world, whatever you're doing, Aries. And it's saying don't hold back, just go and release it. Maybe your some project is going to launch, or something that you want to do is on the verge of release, or it's asking, the universe is asking you to put it out into the world. Now, the caveat with this energy is, especially for you, Aries, because Aries is ruled by Mars, it's fast action. Mars is all about warrior energy, speed. So whatever you are doing, make sure that you are not rushing through decisions or processes and cutting corners, because that's not what this energy stands for. This woman out here is going to birth, and you cannot fast forward the birthing process. So I feel that with the Mars energy, you need to, be very patient with the process of whatever you are creating. And this is also like, it's whatever you are doing, I mean, whatever your work of profession or art that that you're creating or that you're going to release, I feel that it's in some kind of service to humanity. Um, so don't rush the process and don't burn yourself out. Do things in a sustainable way. Um, because if you're launching a product, then it needs to be done. If you're launching a product, it needs to be, something that the audience needs and appreciates, and attention to detail and testing your product thoroughly, and checking and getting the feedback from people, like how is it and things like that, is going to benefit you, I feel. Yeah, it's also like, I feel that this is like the final touches or the final pieces coming together. It's a moment where you could be refining things or listening to feedback and, again, making the changes, version 1, version 2, and things like that. So at this point in time, take it easy and don't burn yourself out. Yeah, so yeah, I feel that this is like, very heart-centered thing, something that was dear to your heart, something which is higher purposes. Also what I'm getting, it's not like, I would say everything in this world is higher purpose because it's serving our needs in some way or the other. So I would say this is another one of those things, products that will, that's heart beast. It's coming straight from your heart. It's something that will have a, positive impact on either your family or your neighborhood, your friends, or maybe the company you work for, or your customers, or in general, maybe the world. Who knows, how far and wide that product will go. But it has a good, it's gonna be positive. Now, if this is not your energy, which I hope it is, Aries, but if it's not your energy, this could be somebody around you, maybe your friends, your family, somebody really that you constantly are in touch with, that you hear about, or even maybe in the world, you might be hearing some news about it, where a lot of, I would say, like, what do I say? It's like, you might be hearing news about some people coming together, creating something different that you have not heard of, that you've not tried. Maybe it's food, maybe it's restaurants, maybe it's music, maybe it's some show, something which is so unique, something which is different. And something which is also very, I would say, informative. It's not just fictional, or it could be, but it may be something which also kind of makes you, feel that, oh, maybe something, this is like an awareness dreading movement or some kind of creative, artistic things which are launching around you. That that you feel like it's very coming straight from the heart. That there are the people that are behind that enterprise, or that article, or that media, or that music, whatever that is, are very passionate, about that, and they express from their heart. So you will feel that connection to that creative piece, or to that company, or to whatever you will. It will kind of touch you deeply. You'll feel for it deeply. I'm picking up a song from Taylor Swift. Most of you would have heard it. Fondly called as 50. I love her song "Shake It Off," and that's what I feel is very much like this. Like, you don't fear. It's a fearless confidence, not in a reckless way, but something to create. Some kind of maybe art, or you're infusing art somewhere. And when I say art, it's not just painting and watercolors. Art is even sewing, stitching, where cooking, everything that's greater than this world, making cakes, baking, everything I would say even creating Paris is artistic, because you have to come up with a model, and even creating homes is artistic. So, Shake It Off is a great song for this, fearless creation. And if you're interested in a movie, you can watch. Let me see. I think there is a beautiful movie. I think it's called La La Land. And yeah, La La Land is what occurs to me. It's in La La Land, it's that it's a life-changing, creative team, behind that movie. So if you're interested in, to get some inspiration regarding in regards to creativity, watch that beautiful movie La La Land. I really liked it. Now, further down it says, let your work be your gift. The world needs what only you can create. The collective needs your unique expression. The universe is ready for your alchemical energy. Your art is your legacy. Release it into the world and watch the world transform. The next card you have, Aries, is the Hummingbird. This is the air element, of course, and further on it says, joy in motion, the nectar-seeking energy, presence in a moment, rapid transformation, lightness of being, the power of small persistent movements, and the magic available when you hover between worlds with grace and speed. This is not scattered restlessness, it is purposeful presence, the alchemy of finding sweetness in every moment, the power of rapid sustainable flight, and the transformation available when you move with both speed and tenderness. So yeah, Hummingbird, yes, it flaps its wing really fast, it moves fast. But the good thing about this energy, Aries, is that you could be moving fast, like I said, not in a reckless way, but yeah, you're like not speed. This is not about it could be a little bit speed, but how fast can a hummingbird go? You're talking about that kind of a speed, not the high car or a high car. Not the 100 miles per hour kind of speed, but we're talking about, it's like, I would say that this is about not stagnating. That's what I would say. Rapid movement of hummingbirds is not about just jumping or hopping from one work to another, one task to another, one phase to another, and it's not about that. It's about being fully present, enjoying the moment, savoring every moment. It's like, the nectar, finding the nectar wherever you are. Savoring everything wherever you go. It's that energy. So you might be in that energy as I feel this is your energy. This is like going from one thing to another. I feel between worlds is like, maybe you are into different areas. Maybe like you have a salon, it's like one world, right? For beauty and salon and like massages and hair cutting and haircuts and all of that. That's one world. And next moment you could be going and creating music at home or writing poems or baking. It's a different world of cooking. So you could be switching, like moving between different worlds, trying different things. But at the same time, I feel that you're very grounded in your energy, Aries. Like, you're very grounded. It's not a scattered energy. This is like you are very like mindful of where you are. You're fully present, savoring that moment. If you're cutting a hair or if you're designing something, designing a dress, you're fully present in that moment. And the next moment you're going baking a bread at your home and you're fully present over there and you're savoring it as well. So you are in motion, you're moving things. This is not a restless movement. It's a thing that you're doing with purpose. You're mindfully present. You're enjoying everything that you do. It could be doing the dishes. It could be, whatever job you have, maybe decorating, maybe cooking. Like I said, like it's mindful movement. It's enjoying the process. But while you're still moving, you're not allowing stagnancy, that kind. It's like moving with, moving consciously to things that you're doing. And enjoying wherever you find yourself, whichever task you're doing, you are enjoying that. But the idea behind this is also taking periodical breaks, because hummingbird will stop at each flower to draw the nectar. So the pause is very essential between whatever you are doing, you know. So piecing out, I feel piecing out, because Martian energy might kind of, you know, tell you to jump from one thing to another. And yes, it's a good idea when we keep ourselves busy, when we have things to do, but not at the cost of our health and burning us out and non-sustainable practices or non-sustainable routines. So we don't need to do that. We need to stop, enjoy the process, enjoy what we have accomplished. You know, take a pause, savor it, and yeah, I mean, for example, if you're in a project like media at work, so you launch the first phase of it, and then you're like immediately onto the second or third. You're not even sitting and enjoying, well, you're not even enjoying the first phase of the release. Like, yeah, everything got done. Take a pause, take a day break, or just you know, go out with your friends, team, whatever that is, and then after a day or two, come back to it. So enjoy that, you know, let it sink in, there, savor it. So that's what is, you know, the caveat, that don't burn yourself out and enjoy the process and savor it in, and enjoy the small wins and victories as well. Now, again, this might not be your energy, Aries, but I really wish it was, because it's a good energy, you know, hummingbird energy is good. So if it's not yours, this could be very well around you as well, or in the world around you, you know, maybe in your home, where you feel that there's a lot of changes, happening, or maybe lot of towers are coming on around you, a lot of high-rise buildings, or a lot of construction going on like really fast, or you might be seeing some kind of a fast movement, like maybe your local government or offices are, you know, pushing for fast change and processes, or you know, or maybe you're making fast choices, fast decisions, or people around you are making fast decisions or have to make fast decisions. There is quickness in some way. Maybe they're acting fast, they're doing things faster than maybe they were slow first, and now there is changes in the way they move. Maybe they're doing things more faster, more like, you know, like really fast. This could be also somebody that you're observing has different kind of interests, like, you know, some with like different, very like, you know, opposite kind of interests, and they're able to balance it out. Like maybe they are, you know, like maybe they're a scientist, and then they come home, and then they are also a musician, and they're able to balance it. Or maybe they are an entrepreneur, and then here they are also sewing, you know, maybe they're entrepreneur in some kind of technology, and here they're also sewing at work, something like that. They're very different kind of interests. You might be seeing people around you that are acting fast or making choices faster, or they want to do a lot of things. I don't know. Could be. That's what I pick up. You know, actually, there's a documentary about hummingbirds. You know, it's a beautiful nature documentary. I've seen that. And it's really, really beautiful. You know, it has this hummingbird, you know, it's the focus of that movie. And the documentary is so beautiful. It talks about how they migrate, and, you know, how they hover around flowers, and how precise their movements are, and how they extract nectar out of those flowers. You know, it's a beautiful documentary, so you can catch on that as well to bring in this energy war. You can listen to the Hummingbird song. You know, it's a beautiful song. I love the artist Sarah English, and Hummingbird is a kind of beautiful song about nature, about, you know, how changes happen fast, quick, smooth transformations, and things like that. So, you know, I'm also picking up a lot of athletics, like fast movement. Some of you, or maybe travel even, you know, some of you might be hearing about travel, like somebody's traveling here, there, everywhere, and this like one day here, one day there. That could be for some of you. Or this could be even like sports, you know, somebody's in athletics, somebody's moving fast, fast movements in that sport. You could be seeing a lot of sport activities, or, you know, like bikers, or somebody who is like fast, you know, moves fast, learn things fast, thinks fast, talks fast. That could also be how hummingbird energy could play out. Or, yeah, but whatever, that person is doing is enjoying the process, is enjoying being everywhere. Like they enjoy, if they're eating, they're savoring it. If they're cooking, they're enjoying that process of creating that food and cuisine. So it's like a very, I would say, an enjoying energy, a joyful energy. It's like very graceful, very lighthearted, very bright, energetic, magnetic kind of a presence. Uh, the next card you have, Aries, is the Emperor, but it's in the reversed for you. Now, this is Major Arcana. Further down it says here, collapse of rigid authority, the softening of harsh control, the questioning of domination, power, the emerging authenticity beneath the armor, and the liberation available when you release the need to rule and learn to lead with heart. This is not weakness or chaos, it is authentic power emerging, vulnerable leadership beginning, the strength available when you stop dominating and start connecting, and the transformation available when you trade the crown for real influence. So, further down it says, you've been holding the throne so tightly, controlling so much, commanding so firmly, but the throne is isolating you, the control is exhausting you, the command is pushing people away. What if you stepped down, not in defeat, in evolution? What if you led without dominating? What if you commanded respect through authenticity instead of control? So true power doesn't need the crown. Real authority doesn't require force. Genuine leadership comes from connection, not command. Release the iron fist. Open the guarded heart. The world needs leaders who learn to be human. I feel that, Emperor could be yourself. Of course, you're Aries. It could also be a situation you are in, which is a very authoritative. So, I feel that there is a need for either you or for someone in this situation. This could be around you as well, where more authenticity is needed when dealing with people. And I feel that this authoritative or, strong, rigid structures, I feel they're dissolving now because there is some kind of I would feel authoritative vibe with this energy, like staying in control. See, the caveat with this energy is that there is a tendency to push people away and feel isolated. Yeah, it's not a very healthy energy. So I feel that this could be in any aspect of it. It could be at work. Maybe you're, maybe you're a leader at work, and you're kind of trying to push your agenda because, there are strict timelines that you got to meet and you want everybody to comply with that. You don't want to listen to anybody's feedback or input, or something like that, I feel that, it's not about domination at all. And I know that with Aries, it's never like that. It's more about having the power to know that, or having the knowledge that you are strong enough to be open and authentic about yourself. And that's the true leadership. So I do feel that there is some kind of a change which is happening in the situation or in your energy where, rigidity is starting to fall or to go away or to dissolve. And I feel that, sometimes Emperor in reverse can be a little aggressive, but for this situation, this case, I feel that it's aggression going away. It's like, harshness going away or harsh judgments going away. So I do feel that there is going to be more, more of a gentle atmosphere and peace is gonna be restored soon. So I do feel that a shift is in place, some kind of a shift. If this is not your energy, it could be playing out around you. This could be in the world even, or in your company, where you're seeing a shift in work culture, where you're seeing that, there's more transformation in the leadership styles across the globe, maybe, or in your neighborhood, in your city, local to you, whatever that is. You might be hearing of some kind of, the leadership styles changing even more than domination style or mighty or heavy. I feel it's going to be more like consent piece, like everybody comes together, put their heads together and then comes to a consensus. This could be even you, Aries, where you are questioning some kind of authority, either yours or other people's, and you probably see some kind of, controlling behavior kind of softening. People are listening more. They are, open more to discussions, to collaborations, to coming together and making the decisions versus one person making all the decisions. You might feel people are stepping away from commanding or higher positions, or they're expressing themselves more, heartfully, I would say. So they're more open about how they're feeling. So I do feel that there is some kind of a shift out here in leadership. It could be professional life, it could be personal life, but something is softening up. Reminds me of a movie. Was it a movie? No, it was not a movie. It was a show. And the show was called Succession, if I remember that correctly. The name of the show was Succession, and it was such a beautiful show, series. Actually, about how how the younger generation over there in that series, they challenge the authority, and all the rigid power structures are coming into question. There is more need for being authentic, for being more human, and all those dominating powers, tactics, and all patterns are all going away. They're dissolving. So I do feel that some kind over here, also similar. I do feel like, the younger generation is, younger leaders are coming up. They're questioning authority. They're questioning those oppressive ways, and less of aggression, more of emotions involved. There is leadership that's compassionate, and they believe in like the collective strength versus individual strength. I feel something like that is going on around you as well. There is a song I used to listen to. The name of the song is by Joni Mitchell. And for those of you who have heard Joni Mitchell, you probably know the song Both Sides Now. And that's a beautiful song. Listen to the lyrics of it. It's all about, changing mindsets. It's about changing perspectives, where we question, why are we judging people? There is a mellowing down of any judgmental energy. Nobody wants to be judged. And, the thing is that we want to see beyond, any kind of rigid structures that have been created, because there is a need to be more softer in the current world. So, once we just, shift the perspective, shift our mindset, we can see way much beyond our limited perspective and views. I think if you listen to the lyrics, you'll be, really touched by it, because I was, and I hope you like that song, Aries. Now, I feel that sometimes, leaders, they, they don't have the kind of patience, like to build that kind of a trust with their audience, with their people, with their team, with their peers or something like that. I feel that, especially those in the leadership positions, who've always been in leadership positions or who've always, wanted to dominate and things like that. it becomes uncomfortable for them to be more emotional about their decisions or be vocal about their emotions. I have seen it a lot of times. So this is a process, when we kind of feel that we can share our emotions, nobody will judge, and yes, it is an uncomfortable situation, but if we get comfortable with being uncomfortable, then we can build this kind of a rapport with our peers, with our family, with our friends, whoever, gets into this conflicting situation. So it takes time, but then eventually people kind of, tune in, like kind of align with each other's thoughts over a period of time. And, I do like this kind of a shift in, leadership styles. I think it's called servant-driven leadership style, where people are stepping up to serve the community, serve the people, serve the company, and things like that. So they're not like, being tyrants or, domineering, but it's just that, they are more open to listening to everybody. They're more collaborative. They delegate. They kind of take a step back from being in command always, having that kind of a humility to trust other people, trust their skills, trust their understanding, be very honest with communications, having a deep respect for people who are doing their jobs. And even if they make mistakes themselves, and openly apologizing for their, wrong moves or whatever it is, and even, being asking for approvals and permissions and being transparent with their dealings. And so I do feel that something around, your situation also might change in this direction, Aries. Further down here, it says, the most powerful leadership is the kind that doesn't need to prove itself. The strongest authority is the kind that trusts others. The greatest power comes from the vulnerability to admit that I don't have all the answers. I need your wisdom. I'm human too. So yes, like kind of a release and grip and holding on to something, releasing control. So further it says, soften your armor, open your guarded heart, admit what you don't know, listen to others, ask for help, be vulnerable. This isn't weakness, this is evolved strength. This is the emperor who's learned that real power comes not from the crown, but from the heart beneath it. Your strength was never in dominating others, it's in inspiring them. Your power was never in controlling outcomes, it's in trusting the process. Your authority was never in the throne, it's in your authenticity. Step down, open up, lead from the heart, and watch what real power looks like. And the last card for today you have, Aries, is the message for you from the cosmos. And it says, trust yourself always. Trust others once they have earned it. Further down it says, activation of discernment, the honoring of intuition, the wisdom of measured trust, the power of self-reliance combined with healthy boundaries, and the strength available when you trust your own knowing while protecting your energy wisely. This is not paranoia or isolation. It is wise discernment, authentic self-trust, the alchemy of being open-hearted while maintaining healthy skepticism, and the power available when you honor both your inner knowing and your protective wisdom. Yeah, Aries, I feel that if you have been doubting yourself, stop doing that. If you have been trusting people who have not earned it, you need to stop doing that as well. And if you have been ignoring your own knowing, your inner knowing, and trusting in other people's, whatever they tell you, then that has to stop as well. Because you need to trust yourself first. Whatever your body, your soul, heart, mind is speaking to you, that's what you need to hear. So if, further on it says, not everyone deserves your trust. Not everyone has earned access to your energy. Not everyone gets the benefit of the doubt. Trust yourself to know the difference. Trust yourself to say no. Trust yourself to walk away. Real power comes from trusting yourself completely while being wise about who you trust. Now, again, trusting only yourself doesn't mean that you become, ignorant to everybody's perspective, or ignorant to everybody's feedback, or, ignoring what people are saying. or become cynical or isolate yourself, thinking that other people just cannot be trusted. So here you will need to balance this out. Like, yeah, you listen to yourself and other people, and then you need to be discerning enough to know what is your instinct telling you, what is data telling you, what are people telling you. You need to do a little bit of balancing here, like pros, cons. See what your heart is saying, see what your mind is saying, and things like that. So don't isolate yourself, I feel. Be very objective, be clear in your thought process, be very open with your communication and transparent at the same time. Yes, you need to have, you need to be confident in your own judgment, in your ability, but at the same time, I feel that do your due diligence, verify things. Be very grounded in your initiatives. Be very wise with your thoughts, with your decisions, with who you speak with, and things like that. Because our own internal instincts they are our guidance system. And I've seen a lot of leaders, they feel something strongly and they stand by it. But even the whistleblowers in some places, despite of all the pressure, from the institution, from their peers, from the company, whatever, if they trust their instinct so strongly, they come out and say it. So I feel you will know, you will have that conviction in your thoughts and what you believe in. And I feel that's what is required as of right now. Further down it says here, verify before trusting, build slowly with those who show integrity. Your inner knowing combined with your protective wisdom creates unshakable power. You become both open and protected, trusting and discerning, confident and wise. So Aries, those were your messages and hope you enjoyed them. So thank you guys for joining. Please subscribe and hit the like if you enjoyed the content, and I will see you in the next one. Take care guys. Bye for now.